friends! If you are a songwriter or you are interested in songwriting, probably potentially why you clicked on this video, I have a special opportunity for you at the end of the video, so watch the whole video to get to that because it relates and it's all gonna come together, I promise. Hi everybody, my name is Melinda and I get so many questions about how I write the music that I write. Many people ask for tips and tricks for how they could write music as well, so I figured I would throw them all into one handy video for you. 9 big tips or things that I have learned from writing music. Before I jump in, quick story time that I don't think a lot of people know and will hopefully encourage you if you are silently thinking to yourself, I don't know if I'm a songwriter. Here is my experience. I had a burst of songwriting for the first time when I was 9, and to my then 9-year-old standards, I was not very good at it. So I told myself that I was not a songwriter. I did not write another song until I had to the end of my senior year of high school when my music theory teacher asked us to compose a piece for class and I wrote and conducted a choir piece. And I was like, that was cool, but it was an assignment and I'm still not a songwriter. A year later, I then enrolled in a short 4-week songwriting seminar where I wrote my first pop song, which is Running on my first EP. But then I couldn't come up with any other ideas, so I was like, that was just a fluke. I'm still not a songwriter. The next time that I wrote a song after that was in 2017 when I started writing Love Letter with Hannah and Johnny. Genuinely, I have only been semi-consistently writing songs since I was like 22, 23. It really was just like the floodgates opened because I had told myself so sincerely that this was not an ability that I was supposed to have because I wasn't good at it right away or I couldn't do it without collaborating, blah, blah, blah. Stop. But I have a secret for you. Come closer. Closer still. If you can write words on a page or make noises with something, then you can write music. If you don't do what I did and put limits on your own creativity from the get-go, then you can absolutely work to find a voice that is uniquely your own. And that is what writing is all about. It's about presence and self-expression in that presence of who you are right now and whatever is in your brain at the moment. It can eventually be shown to other people, but it is fundamentally for you. So with that, let's start with some tips on inspiration. Number 1, have a way to rapidly record your ideas when they come to you and have the discipline to do it immediately. I have a giant note, just in my notes app here with a whole bunch of ideas and images and such that I record from life exactly when they come into my brain, which is sometimes at 3 a.m. when I'm halfway between asleep and awake. And yes, I do get up and I write it down right then. It's the same thing with voice memos. I have a lot of voice memos as well. Because I know that if I don't record it right then, in about 5 minutes, I will not remember it. You really do have to listen to that voice in your head that says, write me down. Inspiration is listening plus discipline. And on that note, number 2, think of writing as a muscle. The more you work it, not just the more stronger it becomes, but the more trained and the more it will work without you having to work it consciously. Your brain will start to find inspiration more often and in more places. It's like kicking your creativity into gear. So try writing for 10 minutes, even 5 minutes every day. Consistency and not quality is the most important thing for stimulating that creativity to constantly be working for you. Number 3, if the idea of trying to write music every day is scary, then try just free writing. My producers and I call this vomiting. Set a timer for 2 minutes and just write down whatever is in your head. If that is puppies, puppies, puppies for like 2 minutes, then that's what was in your head. God bless. But the more in touch you are with what you are thinking and feeling, the more insightful and profound your music will become. Let's talk about lyrics. By the way, I get asked a lot whether music or lyrics comes first for me. Genuinely, it is different every time. It works both ways. Number 4, wield the power of assonance. Here are 3 types of rhymes that I hear most often in music. There's end rhymes, which are very normal.
One day you're talking sweet and telling me you'll stay, and I believed every damn word you'd say.
There's internal rhyming, where you have words within a line that rhyme. And then there is maybe the most important and the most useful, which is assonance, and that is a type of slant rhyme, and that is when the vowels of two words are either identical or very similar.
Little girl never left behind, but always the last in line.
This opens up a whole new layer of choices and intriguing choices for you to make when you are trying to rhyme your lyrics. Number 5. Especially in pop music, less is more. My producers are constantly on me about this. They're constantly asking, how can you say this in less words? What is the exact combination of words that will most efficiently and effectively get people to feel what it is that you want to feel? This, I've also found, helps protect you emotionally, because sometimes when you're simplifying something as you're writing it, you feel that you are not maybe doing justice to the moment because you were there and you remember all of these details, but those details are actually something that you get to keep for you and cherish. And if you are as simple and specific and deliberate as possible with your imagery, then you can allow for your audience to fill in with their own minds, their own story around it, and make it mean something to them and not just to you. I found a very good quote about this when I was taking a walk the other day in New York City around the public library. It has to do with poetry, but it basically explains exactly what I was saying there. So yeah. There we go. In general, the more specific and deliberate you are with your language, the more universal. Now let's talk the music. Number 6. How do I come up with melodies for lyrics? I speak the lyrics until I'm singing. Speak it as a sentence.
Don't make me be the bad guy. Don't make me be the bad guy.
What are you speaking more evenly and what are you slowing down?
Don't make me be the bad guy.
There's your rhythm. What's your intonation like? Where are you going up? Where are you going down?
Don't make me be the bad guy. Don't make me be the bad guy. Don't make me be the bad guy.
There's your melody. Lucky number 7. Yet another secret. Come closer. Not knowing an instrument does not have to stop you. If you learn the 1, 4, and 5 chord on an instrument in a key, you can make most things happen. Or you can use a 1-note accompaniment. That is how I wrote Unavailable. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just playing notes that sounded nice together in the most simple combinations that I can come up with. Don't let your understanding of music theory or lack thereof get in the way of you being able to just play. And finally, what to do if you are stuck. Number 8, collaborate. Nice little internal rhyme right there. Pretty much every single song I have ever written has been written with others. I try to get as far as I can on my own and then I bring it into a session. I have learned so much by writing with Hannah and Johnny and others. Every single session is a masterclass in how this works. The more brains and the more diversity of brains in terms of influences and backgrounds, the better. That said, before a session, pull your weight. Like, do as much of the work on your own as you can, and know and acknowledge that that work could get thrown out the window as soon as you get into your session. We call that being willing to kill your babies. It's morbid, but evocative. And number 9, this is the mother of all tips right here. If you are really stuck and feeling really blocked, Glenn Hanser talked about this and I think he learned it from Bruce Springsteen. Sit down and write one thing that is true. And I want to add on to that, sit down and play or sing a few notes that feel good. If that opens the dam, then great, run with it. But if it doesn't, you can leave that little session knowing that you have started to dig around this writer's block that you are currently feeling. Writer's block, I find, is typically brought on by external pressures and the things that we internalize about what we think our music should sound like from places that don't actually come from within us. Always, always, always find a way to come back to yourself. Now, I would like to hear what you are working on. I'm gonna do a video in which I do a quick snippet of a cover of some of your songs. And I will use your songs as examples of things that work really well, and I will give you some positive as well as constructive feedback. So if you would like a chance to be in one of these videos, then you can send your sheet music, video, audio recording, the more of all of that, the better, to melindasubmissions@gmail.com. And please include your social media and maybe your age and where you're from, because that's fun to know. If you have additional questions or you want to talk about writing or share materials and resources and music and all that good stuff, then join my Patreon family and you can hang out with all of us on Discord. I share a lot of material that I'm working on there, and I will even go back and be like, hey guys, I tried this thing and it didn't work and here's why. And I also ask patrons for their feedback a lot, so it's a wonderful learning space for anybody who is a creative really of any type. And also my patrons are writing their own stuff together, which is amazing. So yeah, come and hang out with people all over the world and we can chat about writing and life and whatnot. Yes, I've been wearing this merch the whole time. Go and get your More With You merch at shopmelinda.com. Follow me on social media for all the things. You all are delightful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye! Mwah!